All right, so I guess we can start off with Hogwarts Legacy. I posted a tweet the other day. I can pull it up verbatim. I guess I could have had that prepared. I know that Void had a pretty good response, so I had a couple responses. One of which was like, just buy a used copy, which normally would make sense, but not. We're in the PC world now. Here's a controversial topic for you. As a kid, I received Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for Christmas from my grandma and dove headfirst into the world of Harry Potter. I became obsessed, read all the books, watched the movies. It became a huge part of me. I even ended up getting a Deathly Hallows tattoo at 18. At 20, I came out as lesbian. At 23, here I am now, trans. We all know the disgusting comments that JK Rowling has made towards the LGBTQ community, but Hogwarts Legacy, as we all can agree honestly, looks absolutely immaculate, and it's fulfilling my childhood fantasy. You being able to completely explore the tower, like the castles, go to classes, do all that good stuff. Should I support her, or is it technically really supporting her if you get not only purchase Hogwarts Legacy but stream it and turn it into your content? Helps get her name out there even more. You know what I mean?
So my take on this is she's already rich as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's what harm do you do to her by not buying the game? Sure, you'll add to her wealth, but I mean, okay, was a respected writer within the community, not so much anymore. Her characters came to life at the 2012 London Olympics, and she fucked that up because I don't think anyone will represent her now because she's officially attacked an entire community of people. So I don't think that that's going to play into any of that. I don't think buying her game does anything. And for the most part, from what I'm able to read, like if you go to the Hogwarts main site and go to the FAQs, she's got her own team kind of working with Warner Bros. On this. But for the most part, I don't think that she has any real say in what's going on.
From what I've the most recent thing that they've released with Hogwarts Legacy is the PlayStation's State of Play. It was like a week or so ago. It was like 15 minutes of gameplay, and then it was them answering questions and whatnot on YouTube. But it's not even a majority of it isn't even the characters that I guess really she's so created. It's nobody that you're gonna really recognize. It's not Ron and Hermione. It's not Dumbledore or anything of the sorts. It's taking place in the 1800s, which is way, way, way before the scene that she created. The only thing that's going to be of her world, I mean, is the basic universe. And like Nicholas Flamel was the only person in the whole trailer that I recognized. And I live, breathe, and sleep Harry Potter. You know what I mean? It's way before all of that. So
yeah, they say that they wanted it to be your own adventure, and I think with just I don't know, I think if they're wanting the game to succeed, regardless of where she lies on the matter, they are well aware of the community that Harry Potter's reached out to. It's a world where literally anything is possible, and the writer wanted to be fucking so small-minded. And I don't think they have any plans for that. One, because they're a business and they want to make money. And I think two, corporations are really starting to come around and start to understand that, you know, there are so many people within the gaming community, and like also you're merging gaming and like you're like gamers and readers and, you know, just visionaries, I guess. I feel like you're merging all of that into one group. So
that makes sense.
I don't know. I'm incredibly excited for Hogwarts Legacy. I think it's going to be fantastic. I think it'll create a lot of. I think it'll bring a nice little spice to Twitch. And I think it's gonna allow for a new light to shine on the series, especially because after the series ended is when all of this started coming out, right? So I don't know. I don't think that it would be in your best interest to separate yourself or anyone to separate themselves from this game if they really want it. If they really want it, she might get money from it, but she's gonna get money from it regardless.
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously she created this universe. She's gonna get some sort of royalties. That's already, you know.
And if you want to be a spiteful motherfucker, all you gotta do is say, "Oh, well, you created this game, and you don't believe my community. You don't believe that we exist, or you don't like that we exist, and fuck you, we're gonna play it anyways.
There you
So
go.
that's how I feel about it. You
There you
can
go.
kindly fuck off.
How do you?
Because now I get to play your game. I get to go through and I get to play in your world. And you say
Exactly.
that I
How does
don't
that make you
exist.
feel?
Fuck you. Yep. That's how I feel. It's spiteful. I can't wait.
That's what
I
exactly.
can't
We're
wait.
gonna go in balls to the wall. I hope there's an option for pronouns, and I am gonna
Um,
be the biggest baddest Slytherin that Hogwarts Castle's ever seen. I'm sorry.
I thought that I had seen that they're gonna have like a transgender option.
A lot of games are doing that
Like
now. Honestly,
yeah. I mean,
honestly,
Tiny Tina's has something pretty like right there at it. I guess.
I have to
Um,
say I agree with Bubble Tea too completely. I wouldn't want to miss out on my childhood dream just because she's a garbage human being with wrong opinions.
Well, I feel like because of how little it connects, like her story of Harry Potter with that, like the actual game, it gives people a chance to rewrite their own story within the universe. So, I mean, it gives people a chance to take that back.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I was saying. At this point, the only thing that's really hers is she laid the foundation for the universe. The rest of it's yours. You know.
Yeah. I mean, and like I know that I already responded to your tweet, but I mean, I think it all just goes back to the fact that, art is very much defined by the person who's viewing it. And regardless of how she felt or how she feels about her writings and her books, when she published them and when she released them, she automatically allowed for other people to enter into that. And I don't think that it is anywhere near fair for them to try and exclude anyone from that at all, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, creed. None of that matters. I feel like if it's in a world where magic is possible, right, where you can literally create something from nothing, I don't feel like there's any room for that kind of hatred.
Bro, there was go ahead.
And like the books and the movies attack such things, right? Like when we're talking about like muggles and things, like, and it's frowned upon. So I don't understand how we can frown upon something like that and then the writer be so fucking small-minded. Whatever.
Dude, there's
I don't know the full situation with JK Rowling. I just know from what I've read about the situation that it's disgusting and sickening.
She just doesn't need a Twitter.
She's like Donald Trump.
Fucking real. The bitch needs her Twitter taken away, just like Donald Trump. Take it away.
Dude, no, then she'll make her own site.
JK who?
She literally had a whole scene, like a whole part of a movie. I can't remember which one it is, and that's shame on me. But where they literally kept drinking the potion, become other people. Did they not, like? I can't remember which one now. One of them completely turned into a cat girl. Like, is that not basic? You know what I mean? It's not the same thing, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the entire situation is so weird. And like I didn't grow up reading the books, but I always went to all the movies on the day that they were released with my aunt and everything. And I think it's very strange because I always felt like, I felt like Harry Potter really spoke to the LGBTQ community. I didn't really feel like it, like, I felt like it was, a great adventure and stuff for, like everyone, but I feel like it really like struck home with that community. I've always felt like that. And then for her to come out and start excluding, I don't know.
Well, maybe that's what bothered her, that she created something that obviously she didn't intend for one community or another to like. And
yeah.
But it's just like Void was saying earlier, you published this work, you put it out into, and it's open for interpretation. Everybody's gonna have a different interpretation of your art, and if that's who took to it, then so be it. Just be happy that someone likes it and appreciates it.
See, and like that's my thing, is that like God, what is the number? I see this video all the time. She like was dead broke, had written tons of books and tried to publish them, and nothing ever happened. And Harry Potter hits the scene. She's a best-selling author. She's got movies. She's got tons of money. She's featured in her own country's Olympic stadium. Like, your characters are brought to life for kids, regardless of how those kids grow up or what those kids decide to be when they are older.
Yep. Not only that,
as a role model for your community, like I don't know, it's crazy to me
no,
that
100%.
you have that amount of prestige and you throw it all away. I don't know.
They literally even are publishing fan fiction. That's how big it is. I mean, of course, there's millions upon millions of fanfics out there, but like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, that's fanfic. That's not even written by JK Rowling. That's some random. And they turned it into a giant play over in the UK and on Broadway and all of that good stuff, which is actually not a really bad book. I read it for Christmas a few years ago, and it actually was not bad. It was a nice twist, I guess you could say, or change. But I had another response to that tweet I wanted to bring up too. My take on this is similar. Harry Potter is my safe space and my comfort zone. It's practically my whole childhood, but also so is Disney, and I use Amazon constantly. And there are a lot of controversial people and businesses, and it's hard to keep up. However, I do not support her, and this game had nothing to do with her technically, so she isn't really part of it. However, I understand she still owns the IP, so she does get something from it. What she stands for is awful, but Harry Potter as a world holds a special place in my heart, and I'm still going to get the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the only valid response. I feel like taking away from your own experience only further lets her win. I guess I don't know. I'm a competitive person, so I see that as like
the bigger bear.
The only way that I win is by playing your game and by showing you, regardless of what you think of me or anybody, that doesn't matter. I'm going to play this game.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's funny because whenever it was announced, I never even associated JK Rowling with it until it became a topic. And it was like, oh shit, yeah, she did do that, didn't she?
The fact that it is on the fucking FAQs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. When I first heard about the game and like the controversy coming up around, I was like, I don't really know why there'd be controversy. And then I started realizing just how impactful like everything was, and it's just crazy to me. I don't know, man.
I'm looking up for the exact tweet.
There's multiple. She just went on another rant like a week ago. I swear I see her name trending on Twitter once a fucking month, and it's never good.
It's just insane to me.
I need a haircut.
Let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling around. It's one of those weird little slideshow, but never mind. We're going to get off of that. JK Rowling cast transphobic tweets yet again. This was December 13th.
Yeah, like literally every month, there's something new.
What in the world? All right, yeah, this one is December 12th. It says, war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The penis individual who raped you is a woman.
She tweeted that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. Like it's nothing. It's really. What's the best word to describe it? It's almost comical.
I wish that I could find it comical. I think that is extremely idiotic. I think it's extremely harmful because it paints a very awful, very like raw image, or like not even raw, very awful, very distasteful, untrue picture of a community that I feel like very avidly is built upon a love and trust and respect. Like, if nothing else, I feel like the LGBTQ community is built upon at least those three foundations. And for you to go around and say what was it? The penis wielding man is a woman.
Yeah, the penis individual who raped you is a woman.
Yeah, bro, get the fuck off Twitter. You deserve to get punched in the fucking face.
Have a good night.
When I said comical, I want to clarify. I meant comical as a sense of like what her books and what the world of Harry Potter represents, and then what she represents on her social medias. Like,
you literally attack like multiple forms of discrimination within the books and the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know the movies aren't extremely like well placed in terms of the books, right? Yeah. But like from my general knowledge, I feel like they hit the fucking key points pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, I feel like you painted the entire scenario. A kid whose parents, disappeared. The kid grows up being a loner, is like, I don't know, man. You just paint such an image of someone who is in need of help.
Yep.
And then there's a community that connects with that, of kids who grew up in these very similar situations, regardless of if it's LGBTQ or not. And then you go around and now you're the villain. You were a hero to many, and now you are the villain.
She did it to herself, though.
Like, and that's the worst part. That's the worst part, is that you did it yourself.
Yep.
And that there's no saving you, because we can't change the way that you think, obviously, because you're still on about the rant. It's been years, dude. We understand where you're coming from. Shut up. That's it.
Just absolutely
it's done.
baffled.
It's done. You've made your money. Get the fuck off Twitter. Get the fuck off Instagram. Stop writing and fucking fuck off somewhere to Tahiti.
Dude, I don't know why authors like that. I mean, I guess they're just trying to keep adding to the pool. Stephanie Meyer is doing the same thing. The girl that wrote Twilight, she's doing some weird spin-off shit now.
All right, but she wrote Twilight.
We're not gonna get into that, but like, I'm looking at some more of these responses, but like Bubbled Tea, it's absolutely insane. I hadn't looked at all of her most recent stuff that Spicy mentioned either. But like, someone responded with, Rowling's pouring her garbage transphobia all over her Twitter right before the trailer of her new movie, and I'm sure her fans will absolutely be fine with celebrating and defending her work like nothing happened, and trans people can just go fuck themselves and die in silence, I guess. Like, she has no rebuttals to any of that. She just wants to say some stupid shit. I bet she's wine drunk. She's probably sitting in her little den in front of a fire, drunk off of some Moscato. Just let me pull out my iPhone 6 and play on Twitter for a minute. Like,
but like this is my thing too. Like with the books, she got paid in royalties, right? She got paid for the books being printed because they knew it would sell, and then she got paid in royalties for the books being sold.
Yep.
Most of her money came from the books, from like the initial purchase of the franchise. Same thing with the movies, same thing with this game, same thing with any of her other projects. The amount that you contribute to her success in monetary value is very minuscule. What you contribute to her success is elevating her on a societal level, on a, what is the word?
Don't put her on a pedestal, basically.
Yeah, exactly. You elevate her in terms of status, in terms of power. And she thoroughly just took her own sledgehammer and took herself down very, 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 very many notches.
Oh yeah.
At the very least, she made a wonderful universe. She made a wonderful series. And other than that, she does not exist, at least not in my book. Especially not to someone who lives with someone who's trans, who goes through the struggles of it, who has friends who are a part of the LGBTQ community. I have no respect for you. I have no interest in you at all. Your works will live on forever. And unfortunately, when people look at your works, they'll look at that and they'll get a completely different image of you. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with knowing that.
Can they just change all the authors' names on all the books to just, instead of JK Rowling, just some transphobic cunt?
I would love that. I would love that.
That's amazing.
Bro, just TTC, the transphobic cunt. Like, TTC? Oh, bro. That'd be fantastic.
That's amazing.
Oh.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. We can move on from this topic. I feel like I've said everything I have to say about this fucking...
Fair enough.
So for everyone who hasn't caught on, I'm Void or Gage, whichever one. I mostly stream either shooters or some RPGs here and there. But most of the time it'll be one of those two. Sometimes Dead by Daylight if everybody's on there. I usually stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I think is going to be the new schedule. And then pretty much all of my socials are Void or underscore Void or underscore Void underscore. If you want to keep up with me. Also, if you haven't yet, you should definitely follow and subscribe to Teach, and then join the invasion like everybody else who are the cool kids on the block. And then come and join all of us. I think Spicy and I are also starting our own Discords to try and grow our communities. So I think I don't know, it's a good time over here. We just like to have fun, chill out, and have a good time. And I think you guys should definitely come over.
The Green Squad is a vibe. I love that.
Yes.
Spicy?
All right. Hi, my name is Spicy, or Jordy. You can call me whichever. I'm 26 years old. I'm a non-binary streamer. Go by they, them. I like to consider myself a variety streamer, but usually it is Dead by Daylight. I touch on things like Tiny Tina. Sometimes it'll be Apex, Fortnite, things like that, but most of the time it will be Dead by Daylight. I love being toxic and making killers DC. So that is like my little niche, I guess you could say. I always am an open door. If you ever need an ear, that's what my streams are for, is to have a safe space to be able to express yourself and to be able to not to vent, to talk, to just have an ear. That's what my main goal is for streaming. So if you like what you hear, give me and Void a follow.
I know Void touched on a little bit too, but their social's been rotating under them the entire podcast. Definitely drop them some likes. They're really good streamers. If you end up popping into stream, obviously 9 times out of 10 we end up rating out to them anyways. But every Monday for the most part. Obviously we're all working class, unfortunately, so schedules are bound to change every now and then, unfortunate, but true. For the most part, every Monday, hopefully around this time, we will be here. And then, of course, like they said, we stream all throughout the week. I don't think there is a day of the week that one of the Invasion is not streaming, whether it be me, Void, Spicy, Orange, Smiley.
Pixie.
We have Pixie, absolutely. We have a little bit of everything for everybody. If you like Beat Saber, if you like VR chat, if you like Valorant, if you like Apex Ranked, if you like toxic ass DVD players, and I'm looking directly at you, Spicy. We have literally everything that you could desire.
Giggle monsters, bro.
In the
Jordy reminds me of Sea Nanners in Prop Hunt.
honestly.
Giggle monster, bro. I'm gonna send you a video later, Jordy, and you are exactly like that. If you've never seen a Sea Nanners video,
bro, I'm planning on going back and clipping all of my giggles.
Yeah, you should.
It's going to be a 60-second TikTok of.
You need to look at all the clips. I clipped a bunch last night too. I did like 6 clips.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Bet. I'll look at them tonight.
What's up, 102?
Really yeah, really quick question. Let's go. Let's get
it. Sorry.
Damn.
I feel like that wasn't planned, but that was smooth. What's up, 102?
That was really good. She was waiting on that one.
Honestly. In the Robin's Rejects chat. I forgot that chat even existed, my dude. Well, we can.
I did too.
We could brand plug real quick. I use the SteelSeries Arctis ones. Literally get them at Walmart for less than $50 at this point. It was the only mic that we had that had the removable headset, because who the fuck uses that anymore? And I have pretty good luck with it. Audio Technica, they have really good headsets on Amazon for super cheap too. So
yeah,